We got the yes sir, in the building, yeah. Let's get ready to go, yes sir, all the way from West Sydney, Australia, from New York. Today, mate. Yes, sir, Mike. Yes, sir. Yo, man, we have all the way from West Sydney, Australia, from Harlem, New York City, man. We have Ron Waterman and Damian Banner, Coach Dame. How y'all brothers feeling today, man?
Doing pretty good, man. How you brothers doing, man? It's been a long time. So
yes,
right. Just asking. I just want to know, guys, what time is it out there in Australia right now?
It is right now about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. Oh, wow, man. So we appreciate that, man. I know it's early. Your brothers probably tired, you know?
No, it's okay, man. We used to getting up early. We do 6 a.m. sessions with some of our players. So yeah, we're up early working in the gym. So
nice. So before we get to these questions, man, what does that banner say there in the background? That beautiful banner.
So it says West Sydney Wolves Sports Association, and that's a little slogan that we use: ready, set, play. Right. So it's something simple that you ought to, just to get the kids excited about, joining our program. And it's just really about playing, having fun, enjoying the sport, and really nurturing some life skills with young kids, because I think that's important for us. It's not so much about wanting to be an NBA player and so forth, but it's more about, incorporating life skills so they can take those skills and transfer them to everyday life, So that's really what we're about.
Yes. That's great. So, like I said, we have a couple questions for y'all. Once again, everybody, we have Ron Waterman, Damian Banner in the building. Like I said, have the basketball program out there in West Sydney, Australia, the West Sydney Wolves. Tell us about your program.
Well, it's a grassroots program. We started about 5-6 years ago. We started learn to play programs. We started with kids around 5 years old, all the way up to about 17, 18 years old. And yeah, we just basically run training programs. We also have a competition within our program. So if, just to give you an idea what it's like. So it's like the Gauchos round ball. So Gauchos have their round ball. That's their internal tournament. And then outside of the internal tournament, we also have, in relation to what would be like an AAU program, we have our New South Wales Waratah League program. So we play against other associations throughout West Sydney and throughout Metro Sydney. So we play about 15 or 16 other associations that we play against. And then they play, week by week, they play, against each other.
Okay, that's great. Uncle White, you want to ask him a question?
I'm just curious how you guys got out there.
Well, yeah, look, I was out here probably about 10 years ago. I moved out here about 10 years ago. I met my missus in New York, and then we moved out here to Australia. She's originally from Australia. Then I had 2 boys out here, and as the boys started getting older, we decided to stay out here. Education, life, quality of life was really good out here, so we made that decision to stay. And then, when my son turned 6, he was interested in playing basketball, so I got involved with a few parents, helping them, with the kids. And then parents asked me, hey, we really like you, working with the kids. Do you want to really coach? And I said, look, if you guys really need a coach, I'll do it. And never looked back ever since. So it's been a blessing. And then I reached out to my brother, from a long time, Ron, and I said, look, I got a program that's growing, and it's growing beyond my belief, and I need that help. So why don't you come on out here and let's work together. Let's take this program to the next level. Let's build it. And then he jumped on board and said, hey, let's do this. And then that's where we are now. We're really growing a big program.
Yes. Oh man, that's great. So what does the future look like for y'all?
Well, right now, future looks pretty good. We just built a brand new facility that's going to open up in about a month. that's going to open up by August. So it's 4 courts, 4 FIBA-sized courts, with 6 training courts going across. It has other amenities. We have multi-purpose rooms. We have a media room. We have a bit of a gymnastics room. We have a strength and conditioning room. It has a cafe inside as well. And yeah, so it's gonna be a nice state-of-the-art facility that pretty much is needed in the state of New South Wales, because there is a shortage of indoor basketball courts in our state. And in order for us to grow the sport, we need to be able to have access for these kids to be able to play basketball, and be able to grow the sport. So our main mission as a basketball program is to really grow the sport, and not just for the West Sydney Wolves, but also to grow the sport for the state. So that's what we're doing, and by this facility, that will give us the opportunity to get more kids involved in the sport and really be able to grow the sport.
Wow, man, it sounds like y'all doing a wonderful job. It sounds like the future is very, very y'all down there, man.
Congratulations. I'm glad you believe in my brother. They know what you bring to the table. I'm glad you reached out to Ron. I seen Ron coach a couple last year up in the Bronx, 2 years ago up in the Bronx. Now y'all did with you in Sydney. I'm glad you snatched them up. All right.
So, just give, if y'all could, briefly, however, make it short, or however, much time you want to take, give a little bit of your background of your basketball history, as far as like, who you grew up with, who you played with, who you played against, some of the programs, you went out here in New York, what schools you went to, and things of that nature.
I'll let Ron go. I did a lot of talking, so I'll let him do some talking now, and then I'll back him up on this one after that.
Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Appreciate the love, Don Ice. Appreciate Allball.
Yes.
Well, it started we was about 12, 13, playing on the garbage cans, trying to figure it out. And then we elevated our games a little bit. We can go and try out for like Riverside. Me and my brother Mike Waterman, one of the great point guards from New York. We both made the teams, and we never looked back. We just played hard basketball. We learned from Manhattanville, Convent, St. Nick, Grant, played against the best of everybody from 80 to 90. Then we went to high school. I went to Talentine High School, thanks to Riverside. Gave me a free scholarship to go and play some basketball.
Wonderful.
That was a nice challenge. Met a great player, the great Malik Sealy's, the Brian Reese's, the Autry's, the Keith Dennis's, the Greg Rock, God bless the dead.
Yeah, Rock.
We played against the best in 80. That's just high school. We did a lot outside of Manhattanville as we got older. Played in every tournament. We come to your project with 5, 6 guys. We just come to play hard. Everybody know us. So if you don't, glad to meet you.
That's right.
Yeah, look, Ron and I, we've known each other for over 30 years. Like you said, since we were 12, 13 years old, we go around playing ball everywhere we can. Then when we got to high school, I went to Manhattan Center for science and math. So I played with Carlton Hines, John Arnold, Andre McCullough, Stick Ice. So we played with a lot of talented guys in the city. And Harlem at that time was really thriving in basketball. We had some of the best players that were older and younger.
Yeah.
I remember like Yoda. We played against Yoda, Kenny Anderson, Jamal Mashburn, Artie Green. So Malloy Smith, the future. We played against those are all the players.
Andre,
Tip, Tip, and all those great players. Back in the days, we had the chance to either play with them or play against them, and that experience taught us a lot. And from after high school, I went to FIT. I played for Fashion Institute of Technology, and I played for one of the most winning junior college coaches in the history of NCAA junior college. His name was Marvin Rippey. Marvin Rippey was he probably still holds the record for the most junior college wins in basketball. And I learned a lot from him when I went to FIT. So yeah, I've had a lot of, good people in my life in the sport of basketball. In the grassroots, at the early stage, played for Reese All-Stars, played for my man Tony Rosa.
Quick, hold on.
Tony Rosa, Mustang.
Yeah. I played for Reese Pitbulls as well when I was young.
Yeah, exactly. So, Tony Rosa, then we had great coaches like Turtle, all these guys, so we've learned a lot. And, fortunately, we're able to give the same, the same skills and teaching of the game to these kids over here in Australia. So that's been a blessing for us, so it's kind of like us giving back. And we definitely love what we do.
And one more person, we did a couple of names. Dirkie Hines from Manhattanville taught us how to play. Dirk Haynes taught us how to play. He's one of the founders also.
Mo
Hicks.
Right.
Gotta give Mo Hicks a shout out for
Greg
sure.
Johnson. Yeah. A lot of guys showed us the real Mike Petty. So we better give a lot of people, we see him drop names on everybody, but we want to give a couple of people some real shout outs that really grooved us to make us stay in this thing.
Yes. But just quick, I want to commend y'all brothers, and I just want everybody that's in the building to understand these names that they are saying. Some of these names became NBA All-Stars, but everybody they name is great, man. It's legendary, and we have to start supporting and really understanding the history of NYC basketball. It seems like people really is starting to forget how important New York City was to the game of basketball. From the era of the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all the way up to now, to the great job that y'all are doing all the way out there.
Still teaching and sharing.
It's still the Mecca. I still see New York City as the Mecca of basketball.
It's the Mecca.
Always.
We back. We ain't going nowhere for those who thought we were somewhere, but now you know that we back. We need to be on top.
Right. Well, I think, if you ask me personally, I think the fact that the way New York City basketball grew and the stage that it presented, it also helped inspire a lot of other cities to do the same.
Exactly.
Because I don't think any other city had as many tournament, outside tournament basketball as New York City had. Like every 4 or 5 blocks,
every borough,
there was heavy tournament basketball going on. You could go 135th, down there, and you can see the Terminator playing the game there. Or then you can go 140th and see the Terminator play the game there. Then you can go to 55th and see the Terminator play there.
Right.
So and you can see, you can also see Darryl Mack, D Mack. He's playing up at the Chick All-Stars tournament. And
he's out here in Australia.
D Mack is here. He's here in Australia.
Yeah, he out there forever.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's assistant coach for the Melbourne United professional NBL team. So definitely, he and I, we kick it every now and then. I go up there and see him sometimes. He drops some knowledge on me here and there. So I want to give a shout out to my man D Mac, Darryl McDonald. He's here in Australia. He's been here in Australia doing his thing. And the funny thing is, a lot of people may not know this, but D Mac is for the NBL. He's still in the top 5 in all-time assists for the NBL.
Right.
So,
awesome.
He's made a name for himself, man. He made a name for himself here, and I appreciate that, brother. He's inspired me as a young basketball player. So it's actually fulfilling for me to be able to even chat with him, talk with him, and get some knowledge from him as well. So definitely shout out to my man D-Mac.
For sure. He's a legend.
So, just got maybe 1 or 2 more questions before we let y'all get out of here, man. Like I said, once again, we have Ron Waterman, Damein Bell, Coach Damein, like I said, from Harlem out there, West Sydney Wolves, man, representing the city and doing great things for the youth. What's the difference, in y'all opinion, with basketball out there where y'all at overseas to basketball here in the States?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, if you think about it, we'll compare school basketball and then we'll compare AAU basketball. So just so you can get an understanding.
Yeah, break it down.
So what you normally find here is they call it club basketball. So the way the basketball platform works here is that it works off the FIBA rules. So that's the Federation of International Basketball Association.
Okay.
As compared to AAU, which is now sort of controlled by USA Basketball, which I think is great.
Right.
And here, they require a lot more accreditation to coach kids here. They just don't let anybody just, jump out there and start coaching. They like to educate, coaches here first before they get on the court with coaching kids, because they feel it's important that kids get the right sort of teaching. So what you have is you have your grassroots basketball, and most of the kids are playing grassroots basketball. There's very little, there is school basketball, but it's not on the same scale as what we have in the States. School basketball in the States is heavy, whereas club basketball is heavier over here. Yeah, so the kids play, and they play pretty much maybe half the year, and then the other half of the year, the kids probably play another sport. But basketball is run by the state. So every state has its own governing body that runs basketball. So you have the state of New South Wales, the state of Victoria, state of Western Australia. So they all have a governing body that runs basketball. Whereas in the States, it's just basically one whole platform of basketball. You have your AAU, and then every city, every state has their own AAU programs. So I would say our basketball here is a hybrid between AAU and school basketball. So it's a hybrid. So it's a combination of the two.
Okay, got it.
So here you can have a kid 16, 17 years old turn pro. Whereas in the States, obviously the kid has to be 19 years old before he's a pro. But here, for instance, someone like Luka Doncic, who was playing professionally at 16, 17 years old. We have that ability to have kids, if they're talented enough, they can play pro at 16, 17 years old. Whereas in the States, the kid's gonna have to at least go to college for 1 year, or go to or go to prep school, or go G League or something like that, or overtime elite, where they can take that 1 year and really develop and grow. And then when they turn 19, they can go pro. So if that sort of answers your question, that's what the basketball landscape looks like here. You have your kids playing basketball up to 16, 17 years old.
They pros.
Sorry?
So they're pros early, which gives them the advantage.
Yeah. So they get exposed early here.
Grown men. They give you
Yes. And that's a good point.
Some kids from 16, he might get in 9th grade or 10th grade, things like that. Now you got a kid at 16 in another country, in Australia, he's playing professional basketball already.
That's right. Yeah, and that's funny you said that, because we don't, over here in Australia, they don't understand the whole, kids getting left back and stuff like that. They don't quite understand
reclassification,
reclassing. They don't, there is no such thing as reclassing here. If the kid has talent and has ability, they move them up.
They move them up. They don't get you
move down. They move up.
Right. We don't gotta reclass. We're gonna make you a pro. Hey, you 16, you can play that. You're a pro. Go play. Get better.
And that's what these club programs do. They take you and they move you up, and they put you in a stronger program. Depending on your skill and your ability, they move you up. They continue to move you up. And so, for instance, we have kids now that are going into our state programs. So, for instance, like my son is in the state program. So he's been playing. He's 13 years old, and now he's playing amongst the best 13-year-olds in the state. So he tried out. I think it was probably about 150 kids, and they picked the best 40 kids out of that, and they put them in the state program. And in that state program, they help develop the kids. They keep a good eye on them. They keep a close eye on them. And then if they see that kid is continually progressing, then they go into a national program.
Nice.
And then that's how those kids wind up playing for the national team and so forth, and then getting other opportunities. Whereas they can get exposure to the U.S. You're seeing a lot of kids now that are getting opportunities to play at the college level, at the D1 college level. You know, you got this new kid now, Tyrese Proctor, who's now going to Duke. He comes from one of these clubs in Sydney, and he's made it to the state program, and now, because he's played so well, he's an 18-year-old. He's probably the youngest kid right now that's playing on the Australian national team. And he's playing amongst grown men. He's playing with guys that are 25, 26 years old, and he's an 18-year-old. So he's getting that grown man experience early. And he's going to Duke. He's going to Duke this year. He's going to be at Duke. And I have no doubt that kid is probably definitely going to be a pro. He may even make the draft. So, that's just a testament on how the programs are here. They really push the kids. If they're talented enough, they're really moving forward.
Nice. Yo, man, that's
very good.
Yeah, you just gave us a history lesson on. I hope people in the building is understanding
how far behind we are.
Like we're very far behind, but also just the lesson that y'all gave us, the history, the information. Yo, man, I never heard none of that. I never knew none of that. So I appreciate y'all for like breaking that down piece by piece, because that's very important. It just goes to show that other countries, man, is some of them is so far ahead, and they're doing things the right way.
Right, and it's funny, and it's good that you say that.
They're just doing things a different way. Can't say
right. They're doing it differently. Yeah, that's good. It's good that you guys are pointing it out.
Because at 16, a lot of kids are still just enjoying life, where you have to make the adjustment to being a professional. So that takes a lot of the childhood away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. One thing, we still number one.
Yeah,
absolutely. Players to the leagues and all that, but they ain't like our USA players. They once in the blue room, they sit in something special. That's for sure. Not the night. Once in the blue room, they sit in something special. But if they send anything to the Knicks, we already know it's a bust. Stop it. Right or wrong, fellas. The Knicks can't have the overseas players you paid them to, man. I'm telling you, man.
I'll say, definitely hit the nail. You hit the nail on the head. When it comes to USA basketball, there's no one matches. Like we're still
right.
above everything.
Right. Look, imagine we did that.
But I will say this. One thing that I do understand, because I've been on both sides of it. I do understand. It's like a lot of times in the US, what you get is you're getting a lot of quantity, right? So these kids are playing, 6 games a week, 4 games, 5 games a week. There's just so much basketball. And sometimes they don't need that much basketball. They need more quality than quantity.
Preach. So right.
And so you get these kids, you know how AAU is. They stack a team, they blow everybody out all year long, and that's not really quality, right?
At all.
What you do is, and it's funny. So here's the thing I want you guys to understand. Yes. So our junior basketball level, right? So we have our under 12s, under 13s, and so forth. All of those kids, once they're a team, they actually play each other and they get graded. So they get graded into different divisions, right? So once these teams are graded into divisions, then that's when they're put into their separate divisions, and that's when they play. So the competition is always tight. It's always tight competition, right? Where difference is in AAU, you stack a team, you're blowing everybody out all year long.
Right.
So where's the learning? Where's the progression in that? So it's kind of like you got to play 50 games to weed out, who's the top of the cream, and then the top of the cream plays. But by that time, the kids have played so many games, they've worn out. Yeah. And this is where you're starting to find young kids tearing ACLs and so forth, getting these types of injuries because they're playing too much basketball.
Too much. Let's stop it. I seen a video with an 8-year-old. He had weights on his legs running at the step. That's so nasty. Weights at 8. They gotta stop it. The kids no one recruits the kids at 8 and 9. And then it was true. But you know how New York City has changed? It's so many AAU programs, right? It's no one has the best team. You get good players. You get you know what I'm saying? Everybody got good players.
Every 2 or 3 years.
That's why New York will really go take it. And if they put the best players on one team, New York will dominate.
Right.
And that's for real. Last year they actually combined a couple of AAU teams combined. Actually, a couple teams combined. But if all the teams would just take 2 players off take their best 2 players, you got about 5, 6, or 4, 5, 6 top AAU.
Well, it's funny you say that because that's the way they do it here. That's how that state program works.
Well, if you want to win, that's what you do.
Yeah, that's how the state program works. We take the best kids from each association, they put them in that state program, and then that's how they play against the other states. So that's how they play that interstate, that interstate competition. However, I will say, it's not all pros over here. There are some cons over here, and some of the cons over here is the kids can get more basketball. They can get more basketball. I think if we have the ability to give the kids more basketball, then we can even see them somewhat close the gap between U.S. and Australia. You can see that happen. So that's something that as an association, as a club, that's something that we're trying to push for. We're trying to change a lot of the old heads because a lot of the other associations they have people that's been in this industry for 20, 30 years and they haven't changed. Yeah. And sometimes change is hard, but you got to take the younger new blood to inject that. Of
course,
that's why we. Yeah.
People need
and we're old heads in the States. We're old heads. But over here in Australia, we new blood. We new blood. So,
and we got the new facility out there. So
that's right. And that facility is going to help. It's going to help inject that new change. So that's what we're trying to do,
Yeah, man. Great insight on overseas basketball, man, and the programs and how things work. Like I said, man, we ain't gonna keep y'all much longer. Yo, man, we really appreciate you.
Bro, let me know if you're gonna stay out there. I gotta send my kid to move out there with you.
Look, if you guys ever want to come out and do a live thing, just let me know. We can get you guys out here, set you up. We can, you can do some videotaping. You can interview some of the kids. You guys are interested in coming out here to really experience what the basketball landscape is like out here in Australia. The invitation is there for you. You guys are more than welcome to come out. I'll set you up, give you a place to hang out and chill. But yeah, definitely. And I just want to say, definitely appreciate you guys having this platform and sort of giving young kids the history of the game. Yes. New York City basketball, and also, getting in touch with folks like myself and Coach Ron. People know we're out here and we're still pushing the sport of basketball because it's all love, it's all ball. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean?
That's right.
If any coaches, male or female, interested in coaching overseas, DM us, your email, your resumes. We are looking for coaches. And we'll work the rest out as y'all call us.
Yeah, we're actually looking for female coaches. We're looking for a couple of female coaches. We're looking for a couple of young coaches because we getting old, man. We can't be on that court that much longer, man.
That's right.
We're looking for some young legs, get on the court with these kids. These kids love basketball. It's still pretty much a new sport to a lot of the kids over here, but they're totally inspired by what they've been seeing. Some of the young Australian players, you got Ben Simmons, you have a lot of these new kids, you got Josh Green. So a lot of new Australian kids that are making it to the league. And so it's inspiring a new generation of kids out here that really want basketball,
Yes.
Oh, man, beautiful. I'm proud of you guys, man. I'm so proud of y'all, man.
Hey, man, we definitely love the invite. We're going to take y'all up on that, and we definitely going to stay in contact. And we'll do as much promotion as we can for y'all, because like I said, that's what we're here for, man. Information is free. And like I said, me and Uncle Ice, we created this platform for great brothers like y'all. It's for the people. Like I said, nobody is really showing love and giving the proper respect to, like I said, the guys like y'all, even the guys that came before y'all, the great work y'all doing from New York City all the way to West Sydney, Australia, which y'all mean to the game and things of that nature. So we really appreciate you. Give a shout out to your program and give the ages, and y'all have the last word.
Yeah, man. Well, look, again, we appreciate this opportunity to talk about our program, and just even the opportunity to talk to you guys again. Ice, I haven't seen you in ages, and you still look the same.
Australia, man. So proud of you,
You
brother.
the bucket hat king, man. You keep a
Oh,
bucket
man,
hat.
you know, old Harlem. Old Harlem,
Yeah,
man.
man. And Tucson, it's good to see you too, brother.
Yes, appreciate you.
Like I said, it's been a long time. I miss Harlem. That's my place. That's home for me. But I had to bring Harlem over here. And again, I definitely want to extend that invitation out to you guys. I want to see Allball in Australia.
Oh man, come on, man.
Come on out there.
Look, you're making me blush, man. Don't do that to me, man. Come on, man.
But I'm serious. I'm
serious.
serious. So hit me up, hit us up, let us know, if you're interested. Let us know. And the thing is, I want to create a platform for whoever I can, right? And it's not, right. And again, it's not just about, West Sydney Wolves. It's about the sport of basketball, right. And it's about the grassroots approach to it. And it's about, having fun, enjoying this game, loving this game, and appreciating what this game has to offer. So, again, we love what we do. Coach Ron has been a blessing being over here. And again, anybody who's interested, you want to explore, you're tied in the landscape where you are in New York or wherever you are in the States. If you want to experience something different, hit us up, DM us, and we can get you out here, just for the experience, So also, I think it'll be a great opportunity for anybody who wants to come out.
And before I just want to thank, I do want to thank the Gauchos coaching staff. That's why I came to New York and started back coaching. Yes. They groomed me, Coach Ski. Thanks to Mo Hicks for giving me that gig, and Damein worked that out nicely. We sat down, had a nice meeting. I want to thank Mo Hicks for that.
My man Ed Turskin.
Yeah.
My man Mike Williams from Gauchos.
Yes.
So
Big
shout out to some good people.
And I want to thank the North Carolina people. When I left New York, I went and played some of the best basketball in North Carolina, St. Aug College. Everybody in North Carolina know about this tournament. The great Jerry Stackhouses, the Rasheeds, everybody from Duke, Carolina.
That's right.
Chucky Brown.
Talk to him.
Corciani, Goulds. We played against the best when I left New York, so it never stopped. And my brother Mike Waterman, Patty Duke, I love you. It wouldn't be nothing without you. That's all I got to say. We love y'all. Thank y'all for everything.
Yes,
man. Love y'all brothers, man.
Once again, we have West Sydney Wolves, their own from Harlem, New York City, man. We have Ron Waterman, Damian Bannon, man, Coach Dame. Like I said, they have the program out there, ages, I think you said 5 to 18. Hey, man, everybody in the building, let's support these brothers, follow them. And like I said, y'all heard the invite. They're looking for women coaches. Coaches, period. Like I said, at Coach Dame, at Ron Waterman. Listen, man, follow these dudes. Stay in tune with them. They are our home. They are our own. That's from Harlem, New York. Come on, man. We have to support each other.
New York,
Harlem, baby.
Hey, man.
Harlem, baby.
Yeah, shout out everybody in Sydney, Australia, man. Y'all brothers stay safe. Keep doing great work. And we're going to stay in contact, man. We appreciate y'all allowing us to talk to y'all, man.
I mean, we different continent, man, from Harlem, Australia.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Shout out to all my peoples in Harlem. Shout out to my man Dave Dash. Harlem all the way, Harlem all day. Yeah, it's all love, man. Get at me, I'm here.
Hatfield, we love y'all. Hatfield,
get at us, man. Ice, love you. Tell my man Mo Hicks, man. I still want to talk to him. Tell him because my partner came out there to see him a couple of years ago, and we wanted to work together and do some things. We built a new facility here, but tell Mo we want to help him build a facility in Dominican Republic because we know he's got the ties down there. Tell Mo to get at me, man, because we ready to do this.
We're definitely set that up for y'all to link up, man. We got you.
Let's do that.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, y'all brothers have a great day. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Keep doing great work.
Keep hustling hard, man.
Thank you, my brother. All right, all love. All ball, baby.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for getting up, man. Love y'all, man.
All right, love you too, brother.
All right, have a good one.
All right, peace.
Yes. Yeah, hold on. Now listen. Hey man, this is Allball and Uncle Ice.
Allball and Uncle Ice in the building.
Hey man, we down under, man.
I mean, we're in Australia just now, baby.
Talk to him, Uncle Ice.
I mean, listen, man, it's a great thing, man. Guys from Harlem.
Good day,
out
Mike.
there.
Disgusting. Go ahead, talk to him, Uncle Ice.
I love, man. The Allball, come along. Yeah, man, them guys out there doing what they need to do, man. Sharing, teaching. I'm proud of Damein moved out there, man. That's a big jump, man.
Big shout out to the
Big
brothers,
move, man.
Ron Waterman, Damein
Oh.
Banner, man. West Sydney Wolves, man. Listen.
Shout out to Ron Waterman all
Legendary.
day long.
Uncle
Shout out to
Ice.
man Ike Poe, man. Shout out to my
Did
man
y'all-
Ike.
I hope the people in the building heard all those legendary names they played with and played against. Let's not let that go over nobody's heads. Pause.
Super pause. But
We ain't got to bring the pause police out yet. Go ahead, Uncle Ice.
they on their way. They are on their way.
But listen, give us a quick second, cause yo, man, that was great convo, man. The brothers doing great things. I gotta remember, in that era, remember Uncle Ice could attest to this. The 80s and the 90s, a lot of dudes ain't make it out. So for them brothers to make it all the way to West Sydney, Australia, doing something they love to do,
It's
that's
productive in society.
helping the youth.
Still calling out here trying to get people jobs. You
Come
heard
on,
him.
man, y'all
Said
hear
you-
that?
if you can't coach out here in New York, DM them. Yeah, it might get you out in Australia.
Hey, you
man.
understand? You got a good resume, you got a good background. Hey, listen, man, holler at them brothers, man. You might be living like a king out there. So Uncle Ice, did you hear the breakdown in the insight of how they do it over there?
Yeah,
How you feel about that?
it's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
Hey, you guys over there, whoever, man, Damein turned, he went from coaching, got them build a new facility. They spending money. You heard what he said. Tell them all he got the hook up.
So they got
Man, the odds of having a new facility, they spending money.
That's right. That's
My
right.
man Ron out there working out. Come on, man.
Come on, man. So yo, man, like I said, hey man, support is free. Information is free. Just imagine if we all supported each other.
That's right.
And sometimes supporting is just hitting the button. Let me make y'all laugh. Me and Uncle Rice is old school. He old school and I'm right under him. Pause. Remember, these guys raised me, man. Boss man in the building. Easy Al in the building. Down drop in the building. Shout out everybody in the building. Little sis Ash. My guy Boz, Flamingo. But sometimes, like me and Uncle Rice still don't know how to share on these social media. Like we literally, so we still learning. But sometimes, all the time, support is free, Uncle Rice. Just take a button. And like I said, you heard the invite. Hold on, shout out to Webstar, man. Me and Uncle Ice might be ESPN is gonna be out there in Rucker.
We want to hang out with you, Webstar.
Hey man, Webstar. I want to shout out Webstar. Because behind the scenes, Webstar show a lot of love. He DMs me, talks to me all the time. I love my block. Shout out Skrilla Hill, Wild Wild West. Shout out Webstar, man. He always shows love. Whether y'all remember, we ain't gotta talk about everything. Behind the scenes, he always invite me somewhere. He introduced me to people. So shout out Webstar. He going to be out there in Rucker. Tomorrow, Sunday, and Wednesday, ESPN going to be out there. Me and Uncle Rice going to get out there. Y'all already know that.
Be out there.
We going to be out there, man. So shout out Webstar, man. We got to support him too,
I was at the game the other day with the boss and his brother, man. I know y'all seen me filming boss. I hate to say it, Easy Al. I was filming all the time and wasn't recording nothing.
Look, that's how you know something wrong with all of us, right? Look, he had the phone go like this, look, and then he didn't hit the button.
Hit the button, Ease. It was a red forever.
Hold on. Let's shout out also. Butter, my guy Terrence Friday.
Yeah.
He got the tournament every Tuesday, Thursday on 118th Street Morningside.
Yes.
Me and Uncle Ice was out there yesterday. Hey man, the females was better than the men.
They ain't playing.
Hey, Cooker,
with my little sisters, man.
we still Ice. Cooker, rupper.
Cooker, ruppers.
Now hold on. Me and Uncle Ice was outside yesterday. We ain't gonna tell y'all the line that we gonna have coming up. Ooh. Oh baby, we got 3-4 people. Listen,
Legends.
man. That's what we gonna say.
Will be nice.
Listen, man. We got some things lined up. We got some people we gonna talk to that y'all gonna love.
Shout out to all the basketball tournaments running around in Harlem.
Shout out
Rich
everybody.
Dice, Tri-State, the Hunk,
Top of the hill. With the youngest up there in the Bronx.
the Rucker,
Yeah, the Rucker. Shout out all that, man.
King Dome.
The Dome is back,
Hold up.
baby.
Shout out Coach Will and the Hoops by the River.
That's right. Talk to him, Uncle Ice. Talk to him.
Yeah, shout out all the teams out there. The kids, keep the kids out of trouble, man. Showing love to the youth. That's what it's about.
Y'all know our motto now. If you want to come in the building and talk, we can talk a little bit. But hold on.
There's the reunion on our block. The reunion.
Oh, the reunion coming up August, man.
Yeah.
It's going down, but hold on. Y'all know. When y'all hear that? We talking about the Knicks. Yeah. Not so much. The movie really comes on when we talking about the Knicks. We've been in action. We've been in the news. We've been on TV. The Knicks. Yeah. Uncle Ice. Me and him going to disagree. I love him to death. He don't want Donovan Mitchell for everybody.
Not at all. For what? He's been in Utah and did nothing for them.
Talk to him.
They keep giving them pieces. They had Rudy. They had, they had other scorers. They had bench. What did he do? Nothing. I like him. He ain't from New York. But what did he do? So he'll come to New York and take it to the next level?
Oh, so
Him and Brunson's the savior for New York now? Stop it.
Right. Hold on. I love that line. Say that again one more time.
Stop it.
That's right. They are not the saviors, but let me ask you a question.
What? I'm not trading Julius Randle.
Hold on. All right. Who would you trade? Realistically. Because I have my realistic setup. Who would you trade for Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell, I'm giving you, take R.J. Barrett.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cam Reddish.
Shout out One Fly Grammar. Yeah, I ain't saying about the
Hold on. Yeah, because I like the two young gunners. Take both of them. Take Mitchell Robinson.
Go ahead.
I think he's so overrated. That's how I know the Knicks is bummed when you praising Mitchell Robinson.
Now hold
Soon
on.
as somebody, wait a minute. Soon as somebody asks about another player, the Knicks, that's why we always overpaying people.
Always. Listen, when they see the Knicks, they see money, son. They rob us all the time.
I like the young kid Jericho and get rid of Mitchell. I'm telling you, man.
Now, what you just said?
R.J. Barrett,
R.J.
Cam Reddish,
right?
Mitchell Robinson.
Go ahead.
You gotta do somebody.
Talk to him.
They want Obi Toppin?
Get him out.
Get him out of here.
Get him out. We ain't gonna curse him. We have a
Toppin.
great show to get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Now,
That's four.
Now I'm gonna tell you what I was saying. I would get rid of Barrett. I said Barrett. I said Obi. I said Quickly.
I forgot him.
I said Reddish.
Sure, yeah.
I said Reddish. Those four and take 4 picks.
Oh, draft picks?
Yeah, we got 8. You can't.
Here's the problem.
You got to give a draft pick.
No. See, that's the problem. That's what you have to do. Listen.
Go ahead.
The team that won the championship,
Go ahead.
they got 8 players on their team they drafted, man. They're winning with the in-house, man. That's the next problem. We always going out there and watch them play.
Saying don't give up no draft picks.
I just told you I like the young kids. That's why I said you don't get rid of Mitchell Robinson. I like Jericho. We got to start. We're going to lose anyway.
No, right. But
we're going to lose anyway. Let's lose the right way.
But what I'm
learning.
But what I'm saying is, in these remember, I just realized, well,
we might have to keep Mitchell because we got real Lawrence Noel.
That's why I said keep Mitchell. But hold on.
It was his favorite.
I didn't realize Danny Ainge was over there. That's why this trade ain't going down yet. Danny Ainge is in Utah.
Danny Ainge,
he tries to rob everybody.
He's going to get the life out of
him.
Nothing.
Oh my God.
You give him Obi. Never give up Julius Randle.
No,
he's not the best with the crowd. But he can play boy, take a lot of bad shots.
Take Barrett, take Obi, take
Barrett. Take away with Barrett games.
Hold on, and if we can
Barrett's marketable. We got a great season.
If we can get 48 up out of him, that contract is killing.
Contract is crazy. You better keep him.
He a shooter.
We'll bring him off the bench.
He a shooter. Yeah.
We'll bring him off the bench.
So,
and we got those young guys. We need the young guys. Keep on the young guys.
Man,
I want to keep R.J. Barrett.
I want to too.
But who else we got to offer?
Right.
We go quickly in. We can't keep giving up draft. We can't. We got a lot of draft choices this year. Because you ain't noticed?
Yeah.
Who did we draft?
Yeah.
Oh, who walked to the stage?
We drafted the win.
Okay.
We drafted the win.
Exactly. So the Knicks ain't draft nobody. So
I agree with you on that.
We can give away a draft one, or maybe one. Excuse me. Maybe 1 or 2. We got about 4 or 5.
No, we got 8.
We got 8?
Yeah, we got 8.
Give away 2.
Okay.
But we got to keep the rest of them. We gotta build within, man.
Yeah.
Come on, it's terrible, man.
Right. I'm just
So
excited
we just
that we
picking
have
up
Knicks
balls,
talk.
man.
I'm just excited we have Knicks talk. We have Knicks news. Things are shaking and rumbling.
See, that's how bad the Knicks is. Anything that sounds good, you're a Knicks fan, you should tell you about nothing.
I attest, man. I'm sorry.
About nothing.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Hold on, man. We got somebody coming in the building. Like I said, man. Hey, man. We invite any and everybody. The platform is for y'all. It's not for us. Come up here, balls. We ain't gotta be scared. Hey, man. We here. What's going on?
Shout outs to the live. Shout outs to the live.
Yes, appreciate you, my brother. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. How you feeling, bro? I like your live, man. It's a good change.
Appreciate it.
It's a lot of honest basketball talk. You know what I mean? Quality conversation.
Yes.
Shout outs to y'all.
That's what we here for, my brother. To be honest, to be real, like I said, we want to bring. See, people are scared. You know how we talk when we outside on the corner. It's no filter. Come on, man. It's all our opinions. It's all, remember, we pass it, we love it, and we just want to bring that to a platform. Like I said, we're not here to disrespect nobody. Of course, exaggerated. You know how it goes. So, but we also try to have.
But it's still.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's still quality talk. It's not like nonsense. You feel me? Like people, it's still, you can tell people know basketball type shit. You feel me?
Appreciate you, my brother.
And you're also a Knicks fan, so we got to stick together. There's not a lot of us out here. You know?
Listen, hey, listen. My uncle a Knicks fan too. I don't know what's going on with him.
I love the Knicks.
It's like
my
some kind of dark.
Can't take with so much. Not the Knicks, because they will get you up there, boy.
So hold on, my brother. While we got you up here, how do you feel about the talks of Donovan Mitchell coming to the Knicks? And what's too much to give up?
Okay, so I've been paying close attention to it, and I've been a ESPN.com guy like my whole life, damn near. You feel me? So the shit y'all been saying, y'all giving a little too much out. From older reports I've been hearing, Barrett is not involved in the trade, right? It's gonna be more like Quickly, Cam Radish, Topin, and somebody else.
That's great.
For 3 first-round picks.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why that's great, because we get to keep Randall and Barry.
Right.
But listen to this though.
Barry at the 3.
Exactly. No. Yeah, Barry can play the 2 and the 3. I'm big on Barry.
Barry can play the 3. We have to play the 3. If Randall Mitchell gonna be the 2.
They're gonna have to.
Brunson at the 1. They play the 4 already.
And Mitchell at the 5. But go ahead, my brother. What you gonna say?
The big hush talk is that there's gonna be a colossal, and again, it's just media hyping this shit up. But if it is true, I'm excited because supposedly it's gonna be a 5-team trade. That's why they're trying to save Barrett. There's gonna be a 5-team, and then we might get KD.
Wow.
KD.
Yeah. For Barrett and the remaining 5 first-round picks.
I'll do that. I'll do that. Go with it.
Hey, go. Give us a roll. Once again, I'm just excited that the Knicks are in the. Trying to make some. Because let me say this real quick.
From New York anyway.
Right, but listen, let me say this real quick. People fail to realize right now in the NBA for the last, and with our Knicks, we going Luka. Right, so even James Harden, De'Aaron Fox, Dame Lillard. So, but my point is tough, right? So my point is, that's what the league is right now. So by us getting Donovan Mitchell, at least we could compete in that area. So that's why I'm excited about it. You have to come along with times.
Listen, man, I sprayed the world with Donovan Mitchell, like Uncle White said. That's why we're giving up what we're giving up. I understand that. I'm willing to give you those players.
But we gotta get to see. My thing is this.
I don't like none of those players that you mentioned that's in the trade. Get rid of all of them. I'm telling you the truth.
I'm just happy we
get rid of those guys.
I'm just happy that we see what's going on and we trying to adjust and come along with the times.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie to you.
What about the coach? What we can, none of it's gonna be successful if we got the same coach running the same shitty ass office, my brother. Tom Thibodeau gotta go. We need new blood. He's old school. It's over. We need a new coach. I don't care what, no matter what players we get, he's gonna run the same shitty offense. Slow down. The game has elevated to the pace has picked up.
What you feel about that?
Yeah, I agree. We got to get one of these. I feel like the trend nowadays, you got to get one of these younger ex-player coaches type of dudes that, you know what I mean? Like that understand the players, that can relate. I just feel like that's the direction the league is going in, as far as like that authoritarian like type of coach is not really, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's not really what's going on no more. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, like
I just don't like Tom Thibodeau. That's
I told you
I don't like him. I'm just being honest.
Listen,
I don't like him.
Oswell,
we had that talk before, me and you, right up here. We talked about the coach right on your show.
Yeah, man. Like I said, for me, I told you I'll go look for Sam Cassell. I mean, of course, we know he ain't gonna get a job. So for me, realistically, I would be looking at Sam Cassell. He's young. He can relate to the youth. He got 2 rings. He know what it means to win. So, you know, that's someone I would be looking at if I'm New York.
What about Patrick?
I don't know about that. Brother, you got the last word before you get out. What you got to say?
I'm excited, man. Well, if we get Donovan Mitchell, it's still gonna be a 1-up. It's still gonna put the team in a better place. If we get KD, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. You know what I mean?
Donovan Mitchell and KD.
Listen, I'm not getting my blood pressure up.
Listen, none of that. No one comes to New York.
If I show you my ears, they turning red already. Listen, I'm not getting my blood pressure up. Listen, getting KD right now is like blackjack, man. You got 20, and in your mind you calculate the money, and the dealer pull a 6-card 20.
Yeah, and he's gonna get his way. I mean, if he comes to New York, he's gonna get, you know, they're gonna give him whatever he wants. You know,
of course,
it's gonna be his team.
No, he'll get more money.
He's gonna be able
than he got in Brooklyn.
Hold on, but let me say something. You know, KD was supposed to be in the blue and orange from the gate, right?
Yeah, man.
And you know what happened? You know what James Dolan told him, right, Uncle Ice?
Yeah, because he was hurt.
I'm not going to give you the max because I don't know how you're going to heal from your Achilles. So he was supposed to be blue and orange anyway.
Dolan's an idiot. I'm not gonna lie. Like we spoke about him already.
Make it up to him and give him that money.
That's right.
If you want to come over, we need.
Hey, my brother, man, we appreciate you, man. You got any last words you want to say?
Nah, man, I'm just gonna be in the comments supporting y'all. But shout out to the live, shout out to the show. You know, Knicks Nation. Yes, one day will be great again, man. You know, you just gotta keep it.
Yes, man, I love that, man. Hey, from Knicks fan to Knicks fan, I love you, my brother. I appreciate some more than Knicks fans. Come on. Yeah, man. We listen. We try to pick a day where we just have straight Knicks talk, man.
And we on YouTube.
That's what's up.
You know, we're on YouTube.
Yeah. So on YouTube, man, follow us. Like I said, subscribe to the page. We're gonna pick a day, my brother. You're gonna be one of the only guests that's gonna be able to come up there and we're gonna have Knicks talk, man. Real talk.
All right, man. All right.
Shout out to y'all, man. Brother. Enjoy your day, man.
That's right.
All right. Yes, sir, man. This is my guy, man. Slick, been fly since 95, man. Listen, man, we appreciate everybody, man. Like I said, man, we're gonna pick a day where we're gonna talk Knicks, whether y'all like it or not. Knicks Day. You know what I'm saying?
Just go with Knicks, nothing else.
Hey, Flamingo.
Don't let us win the day before. Oh, Lord have mercy. Our lives gonna be jumping.
Hey, man, y'all heard everything he said. Listen, I don't even want to get excited. I almost put the movie music on and we ain't even did nothing yet. That's how you know we real Knicks fans. You see the background, you see his outline in blue and orange. You think that's by mistake?
Watching us the new background coming up.
Boss, man, what's up, baby? That's right, the Knicks.
New logo, NY.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen, Mark Jackson need that gig, man. They got to figure that out.
It'll be hard for Mark to get
I
that
know,
job,
man. Hey,
man.
Boss man said he might make it happen. If anybody ever believe it, it's the boss man.
I hope we do get niggas.
Listen, hey, boss man, listen, put on the old Louis Vuitton pouch with them old school $5 bills and go have a talk with the commissioner, man. Listen, take these old files, man. These shits is numbs in.
Yeah.
Get my man in the building. Hey, yo, Zay, where you at, Zay? Look. Looking for Mingo. Disgust.
What's up with you?
Y'all never winning anything. Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you right now.
He's just mad because Mike is the GOAT and he be
Zay is mad all the time. That's my little brother. That's right.
He's mad because LeBron is not the GOAT.
Yo, Zay, you're a hater, man. But yeah, like I said, man, my Knicks, man, I told you, I think it's a conspiracy to keep my team bad. Everybody makes excuses for us not to get people. We going down,
dude.
Yeah, nah, not for long. We making moves, man. We making moves. Like I said, man, you hear what Allball boys talk to him, Uncle Ice.
Oh man, listen, man, the Knicks suck. I don't know my man Allball talking about. The Knicks need some help.
We about to get some help.
If Donovan Mitchell come for those guys they willing to give up, I'm down for that.
We ain't have a dynamic guard since Marbury, man. We about to have a guard in the garden that can shoot the three. Who?
Yeah, just had Kimba.
Kimba ain't catching alley-oops and dunking and all that. That's what I'm talking about.
Kimba.
I want action. Hold on.
Kimba, you a New York guy. I've never seen one of them New York players.
All the way from Los Angeles. He's a big LA Clippers fan.
Yeah.
Dom Dropper is coming in the building.
What up, Dom Dropper?
Allball.
Yes, sir.
No foul.
Dropper, what up, baby?
Not much, man. How's it going over there?
Oh, man, it's hot, man. I'm gonna just say that it's hot. It's too hot. The humidity is disgusting, man.
Man, that's the one thing about LA summers. No humidity.
Oh man, I already know it's beautiful out there, huh?
Yeah, high key, very much so.
Yeah. Hold on, let me just give you a shout out, Dom Dropper, man. I need everybody to follow, support. Yo, man, this young man is doing great things. He's a great Clippers fan, so he has a lot of cojones to be a great Clippers fan and brag about it. Yeah, I love it because we like to be the same way.
They ain't shit.
Hey, I was sitting with Jerry West. We had like this meeting where we got to talk. We got to sit and listen to him.
Hold on. Don't say that too cool. Don't let that go over their head. Who you was sitting with again?
Jerry West.
I
wasn't talking to him. I was just sitting there with like some other Clipper fans, and he was talking.
Go ahead.
And he was talking about the John Wall move, and just talking about like just ball, and you can hey yo, shout out to the Knicks fans though, because hey, I made a video recently. Fabian made the thumbnail for it, but Knicks and Bucks, like kind of like a breakdown from 1971. So when the Knicks were feared, feel me? If you want to relive the glory days, go check that out.
Check that out, guys. Dom Dropper got the YouTube page, man, where he goes into the archives and to the vault, and he talks about the old school basketball games back in the days, man. So shout out Fabian, man. But Dom. Just quick question: how do you think the LA Clippers is Kawhi Leonard fully healthy? Let's go there.
I don't know if he is. They said he hasn't played in full contact 5-on-5s yet, so I don't know. I'm just hoping that by opening night he's ready.
Right.
Like that's the one thing. He's been out for a year. He needs to be ready by opening night. But how y'all feel about the Mitchell thing though? You guys are saying you don't want it? That would be great excitement, man.
Now listen, I disagree with Uncle Rice. For me,
you trade everybody.
I'm giving up the house. I'm being honest, Dom. You know why? Because we have to make some type of move. We can't just that's insanity to keep doing the same thing and expect results. We can't keep.
What is that? Is that Albert Einstein that said that?
Right. I forgot who said it, but once again, everybody's getting better but us. When Cleveland Cavaliers can become better than the Knicks, that's a problem. Well, they've been better than this for a long time. That's
long time.
So
it's the second time I remember being there.
I'm giving
Larry Nance.
Danny Ainge, I'm giving him whatever he wants. I'm not giving him more than 4 picks, and he can't have both Randall and Barry. You can have one with 3 other players and 4 picks. I'm doing that.
You'd be willing to give up RJ?
Yep.
I ain't giving up RJ. He had a good year last year. I'm keeping him. I'm giving up quickly, Topping, Cam Reddish, 3 draft choices.
What do you think, Dom?
I would give up anybody but RJ, to be honest. I really would. I like RJ because he guards, and he lit up LA last year, man. Both of us. Both LA Clippers and Lakers. He lit us up. Like, I don't know. He's getting stronger.
How do you feel about Julius Randle?
He's definitely not a number 1. I don't know if he could even be a number 2 on a championship team. I think you just got to get rid of him.
Yeah. Yes.
He was too emotional last year. He was too. I don't know if he can handle He definitely can't handle being that guy. But listen though, Donovan Mitchell and and Julius Randle, though, that could be kind of fun. I mean, I'm not saying it's a
telling
championship
you.
team, obviously, but
Yeah, I wouldn't want now. See, I wouldn't want to get rid of Barrett. I'm only saying Barrett because I know nobody wants Randall. Let's just be real.
exactly.
Like nobody.
Exactly.
Oh, for me, I deal with reality, Uncle Rice. Of course, I don't want to get rid of Barrett. I'd rather keep Barrett. He's younger. He's more athletic. I think he's better than Randall. But Danny Ainge is not taking Randall. Let's be realistic.
I don't want to give away
He's
none of the kids we drafted last year.
Now, if we can figure out a three-team trade where we can throw Randall in there,
I
then
don't
I'm
want to
for
get rid
that.
of Randall. Now, who's gonna play the power forward?
Man, I'm getting rid of Randall.
No, who's gonna play the power forward? Obi Toppin?
Oh no, that's you rather keep Randall or Barrett?
I'm keeping Randall. I like RJ Barrett, but to me, he's not athletic enough. That's just my opinion. When you're on the wing, you gotta be a little athletic, man. You gotta get in the air. He don't do that. You know that.
I don't know.
Yes, he's gotten better. I'm not gonna say that, and I'm proud of his growth from season to season. But he's not that athletic wing I want. He's not an athletic one. He's damn sure an athletic two.
Gotcha.
You know, what do you say about that? Is he athletic enough to be a wing?
Who?
RJ Barrett. He's not athletic at all.
Really? You don't think so?
No.
What was that dunk he had in the playoffs
Of
against
course he can have a
Hawks?
strong dunk, but he ain't wiggling on nobody.
Yeah,
He ain't spinning and double clutching it. He ain't doing that. He ain't got that. That ain't in his body. He don't got that type of body.
I don't know. I think he can actually guard wing. He has long arms. He's how tall is he? Like 6'4"? He's
Nah,
not
he's
tall,
not.
but he got
6'8".
I ain't gonna say he can't guard nobody.
6'6". Okay, well, then I think he can. I think he can pass. Pass as a wing player.
Let's change the subject real quick. You out there in LA. What's the rumblings about the Lakers, man? Is there any word of them making any moves or what's really going on?
They're saying that they don't want to trade a second first-round pick for Kyrie Irving, and that's what's holding up the negotiations. And the Nets want a second first-rounder. I also don't know how badly the Nets are. Like, the Nets want Westbrook, do they want him at all? I don't think they want him at all. And that's the Lakers are clearly trying to get rid of him, it seems like.
I love Westbrook.
Now,
I don't think the Nets want him at all. I think that may be part of the reason why it's not happening right now.
Let me say this. I want your opinion down, and Uncle Weiss, I want your opinion. I'm gonna give a shout out to my guy, the Dog Show. Shout out Dog Show. Got his tournament, 136 Broadway.
I forgot about you, Dog Show.
Now, hear what I'm saying. He said, "Yo, Allball." I said, "What's up?" He said, "I've never heard nobody say this." He said, "Why not trade Anthony Davis and Westbrook to Brooklyn for Kyrie and Ben Simmons?" Right? Hear me out. He said, "Too. Think about it. The only person that can play with Westbrook is KD." He said, "Now, what if KD helps get Westbrook a ring? That ring will mean more than them 2 Golden State rings." What do you feel about that?
I don't think KD's willing to play with him anymore. I really don't think he's willing to play with him. He won't take that challenge. Like, to me, with KD, man, you're seeing with him asking out of
He's a runner.
He don't want to take the challenge, man. He wants an ideal situation that he's comfortable in. He's not gonna work. He was already uncomfortable with Westbrook. I don't think he's gonna be wanting to play with him at this stage of his career, especially the Westbrook we see now. I don't think he'd agree to it. I think I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen with KD. I think that's the most interesting part of this offseason is where he's gonna go, because then everything's gonna happen with Kyrie after that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think the league right now is on standstill, waiting to see whatever KD does is going to change the whole trajectory of the league, man. It's like teams.
Yeah, that's what makes me nervous, man. I'm not trying to have my Clippers have another contender in the mix that I got to worry about.
Listen,
I think you're wrong about Westbrook.
You think
Westbrook averages triple-double 2 years in a row. It's hard to play with LeBron James. You know Westbrook is a ball dominant.
It is.
And LeBron James.
It is.
When Kyrie Irving go back, right, he's going to be one of the only guards that can play with LeBron, because LeBron never lets a guard bring the ball to the court. You know that. He's ball dominant. He had the best guard. He's with my man from Boston. What's his name?
Ooh, Jason Tatum?
No, he was out there with Westbrook. Rondo.
Oh, Rajon Rondo.
Go get Rondo for what? He ain't got to bring the ball up court. Like, come on.
Now look how coincidence.
He was duck LeBron James.
Now listen, Uncle Rice. Now look how coincidental this is. You have 2 guards that seems like they're almost trying to backtrack to the small forwards that made them great. Westbrook and KD, Kyrie and LeBron. That's what I'm saying. This is, people don't understand. There's so much going on with this story. That's why it's taking so much for it to come together, because it's a lot of little things. Because do Kyrie and Kate and LeBron really don't want to play with each other? And once again, the Westbrook KD thing, do they still really like each other, or do they really dislike each other? It's like we don't really know what's going on because nobody came out front and said anything.
My question is, what does Russ want to do? Where does he want to play? Does he want to stay here, or does he want to go to change of scenery?
Listen, did y'all see the summer league when they was at the game and Russell Westbrook and LeBron was at the game and they didn't greet each other?
Yeah, I heard. I mean, of course, everybody's heard about that here.
I said what's up to LeBron. Russ sat on the other side. LeBron sat on one side. They didn't say hi to each other even when they left. I think Russell Westbrook said to himself, "Remember, it's out there. Y'all don't want me." So I don't think he wants to be there.
I'm surprised he hasn't said anything. Like maybe he wants to be traded or something, but
You make a lot.
we'll see. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna. I think Darvin Ham is.
You make a lot of money.
What's up?
It's contract talk for him. You make a lot of
I
money.
know, but at least it's expiring. That's
It
the thing.
is?
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah, that's why teams may be down to take him on for a season because they know they're gonna get him off the books. But
Gee,
it's still like what team is that gonna help this season? Like I don't think teams just want to get an expiring contract. Be like, all right, like we're just gonna take him for 1 year. He's not part of our long-term plans, but we're just gonna let him go. Like
Right.
I don't know. Because my biggest question with Russ is, because in Washington he was still pretty good. Is he still a solid all-star caliber player, or is what we saw last year just who he's gonna be going forward? Can he still revive some of that from we saw in Washington?
I'm thinking West is in the gym right now working out.
Yeah. All right. That's your opinion.
I really, you know why? Russell Westbrook, he work hard.
Now, I'm gonna give you my opinion. We gave Russell Westbrook a lot of flack. I know I was killing him on social media, but
yes.
no, I know. But this is what I honestly think it was too much pressure for him. I think this was the first time in his career when you're going to, like Uncle White said, when you go play with LeBron. Now the talk is championship. Remember, any other team he played with, there probably wasn't no talk. So probably
OKC there was.
right, but they actually made it to the championship, even though they lost. And remember, all the years they was going to the Western Conference Finals. They was competitive. They was good.
Very.
Bunch of games. Now you come with LeBron. You with AD. Remember, that's going in your mind.
He's terrible.
Who?
AD.
Oh, what do you feel about Anthony Davis, man?
He is terrible.
Well, AD is one of those guys that he's like those players that as a fan, I mean, I'm not a Laker fan, but like I tend to watch the games from like how Laker fans see it. And he's one of those players, man, he's so frustrating because you see what he can be when he's like mentally right. Like in 2020 and the year that he swept the Blazers, he was ridiculous. Like I watched the first year he came to LA, I watched all the games. And he was like arguably playing like the best player in the NBA. Like he was insane on both ends of the court. He was closing games. He was leading the Lakers in every stat except for assists. He was a beast. And then after he won the ring, man, he got comfortable. Like he came back and it was like he needed a bad game to play well. That's not a superstar to me. You don't. Yeah, and then obviously his injury problems, but he settles too much for me, man. Like he's got skill in the post. But he settles on these mismatches, and he's just not fully healthy all the time.
No dedication to the wall.
See, that's another thing. I think LeBron's honestly been questioning his drive these last couple of years. Like he's made these subtle comments about work ethic and all this, and I heard even from somebody who knows like Rich Paul and someone like that LeBron was a little disappointed last year that he didn't think AD would be hungrier. Like LeBron before the season said, "I expect to see an angry Anthony Davis." That's not what we saw.
Right.
That's not what we saw.
Yeah, you heard what Kevin Garnett said about him. Like,
and that was good.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you guys think Rasheed Wallace being on the sideline is going to light a fire under his ass?
Yeah, hell
Because he's going to shit on him.
Because Rasheed Wallace is going to see
you're too lazy, man. Stop.
That's
You're
what,
getting all this money for nothing.
See,
you're young, you're healthy. Stop being hurt all the time. You get down to the party.
Listen, a lot of teams need a Rasheed Wallace, and I'm going to tell you why. Just like what Udonis Haslem is over there in Miami, they're not gonna let you slack. They're not gonna slack. Right. And you know what? Tracy McGrady said something the other day on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, and I like what he said. He said, "Yo, there's one team right now that I like." He said, "But they better watch it. They need a veteran over there." Memphis, and I'm gonna tell you how this all intertwines. These guys is young, they're having fun, they got a lot of money. Nobody's there to hold them accountable for nothing. So they may not be working as hard. They doing dumb shit on social media, all this nut stuff. So when you have a Rasheed Wallace, he's in the gym, he's something, he's letting Anthony Davis know, you great. We ain't gonna settle for that that mindset. So I think that's gonna be a great help. I think they needed that because with that coach, I don't think that coach without Rasheed Wallace is not gonna work.
Well, now that you mentioned that, if y'all been reading the news, about 4 players down with the Charlotte Hornets got in trouble. Miles Bridges, he done messed that bag up.
See what I'm saying?
He got domestic violence case down there. Other point guard, well, he don't live in Charlotte. He actually played with New Orleans. My man named was Kansas, Lou Gardner.
Devontae Graham?
Devontae Graham got arrested drunk driving.
You know what I'm saying? So it'd be very important. Yo, people don't
realize players down there got in trouble, man.
Look how important Iguodala was for Golden State.
Leadership.
You understand what I'm saying? So you
no, for sure.
You need that.
And they didn't understand why he got that MVP. Well, because of course Steph's the best player on the team. It was his performance in the leadership he brought to that first championship at that particular time when they won that chip.
Go ahead, Don. What you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say if he's not being aggressive with Rasheed Wallace there and like this coaching staff, and after 2 years of kind of being a little underwhelming, he just don't got it in him, man.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of him. You gotta get rid of him.
That's gonna be. I mean, the next offseason for the Lakers is gonna be a circus because LeBron's a free agent, so you already know how that goes every time. So, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say this season's gonna be huge. Like this season for the Lakers, it's gonna be huge. I mean, I'm pretty confident saying they're not gonna win the championship, but if they get Kyrie Irving, that's definitely for Westbrook. That definitely sweetens their chances a whole lot because that's a much better fit.
Yeah, I think
he's a bucket maker.
I think Kyrie and LeBron need to get back together. I think they both need that for their games and for their careers. I think they both complement each other great. And sometimes it's almost like having a girl and you break up with her and then you realize, damn, that was a good one.
Maybe
yeah, no, that's kind of what it seemed. That's kind of what it seemed like.
That's how I look at it.
LeBron do a lot of running, so I can't say that. And LeBron do a lot of running. We've been about 3-4 teams. There's no way. I just think LeBron runs a lot. But how about this? What do y'all think about this? If Kyrie Irving does go to the Lakers, right? Then who is the best point guard? Kyrie Irving or Steph Curry?
Oh, come on. That's not to change anything. Steph Curry is the best in the league right now.
Wow.
At that position.
Wow. I don't believe that. I'm going to keep it real with you. I ain't going to say, I would say Steph Curry's a better shooter. I would never, ever say that he's a better player than the bucket maker himself. Now, you can sit here and
he's way better. He's way better.
Listen, because Steph Curry shoot a lot of trades. Kyrie Irving shoot it all. Trade, mid-range, floater. Stop playing. Of course, he got more rings than him. But as far as a better player, you're going to sit here and tell me that Steph Curry, I know he got 4 rings, is a better point guard than Kyrie. You know, Kyrie Irving's a head case and all that. This is a basketball player. Steph Curry is, because Kyrie Irving will give you 40 and 15.
Now,
Kyrie could maybe beat him.
Steph Curry will give you 40, but he's definitely not going to give you 14 and 6. You know that.
Hold on, now break it down.
Kyrie, no, man. Kyrie could beat him maybe 1-on-1, but we got to remember it's a 5-on-5 game. And in a 5-on-5 game, Steph Curry is much better. His movement without the ball, he's more unselfish. He gets the most out of all his teammates. Kyrie Irving, when he was tasked with leading a team, man, he just let Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown sit in the corner, and they collapsed. And then he would call out his teammates publicly. Like, it was just – he's not a leader. You know, he can never carry the weight that Steph Curry did. You look at what happened when the team's defenses lock, because here's the thing, in the playoffs, it's never 1-on-1 when you're the elite scorer. You always got multiple eyes and multiple bodies on you. And you saw what happened against the Bucks a couple years ago and what happened this year. When Kyrie's getting that extra attention, he crumbled. And then on defense, I think Steph Curry's effort is a lot better. I think it's no comparison. I think 1-on-1, it would be an amazing showdown. I think Kyrie.
So you tell me that Steph Curry, wait a minute, you said right here
Steph Curry is definitely better.
You sitting there lying to yourself saying Steph Curry play defense? Will you
You
stop?
see him in the playoffs? man?
Who
He
is
doesn't-
going?
Hey, the
Stop.
tape doesn't lie. He
Stop.
fucked himself up in the playoffs.
Go rewind the game and you see who Steph Curry's guarding. Steph Curry's a better shooter. And maybe, hold on, probably has a better character for sure. You know what I'm saying? Than Kyrie
Hey,
Irving.
so you guys must think.
But
you
if
guys
Kyrie
think that-
Irving, Steph don't pass the ball. Steph, wait a minute. If Steph is in a system.
but he makes the
Golden
system
State
go, though.
was
That's
the
the- it's-
system. Draymond Green won't pass the ball most of the time to nobody but Steph Curry. You know that. Draymond will come down looking all over there going to play. Where's Steph at?
Hold on. He said,
Hey,
hold on.
Steph Curry's ability to move without the ball is one of the best of all time. Like
That
we
does
got
great.
to account for that.
That he does great.
And it makes it changes everything about their offense, man. Like it's just Kyrie. I feel like he wants the ball and he wants you to get out of the way, but Steph Curry is just he's just a nuclear weapon on offense. So you guys don't think if you think Kyrie's better, then you must definitely not think that Steph Curry's like a top 15 or even maybe top 20 player ever, huh?
I don't agree. I don't
Ever, not now.
Hold on. You think?
Steph Curry's a monster.
Yeah, I don't think Kyrie's better than Steph Curry. Hold on, because that's a topic we're gonna have to like probably next week because that's a great topic.
Yo, these Curry. Listen, I like Steph Curry. I'm backing him up right now, but these Curry stands on Twitter have gone out of control. They just disrespect the next all-time great like it's nothing because they just either haven't watched him play. They don't know. They have an agenda.
Yeah, you know,
Y'all taking Steph Curry over Hakeem? You guys taking Steph Curry over Hakeem?
Who?
Hakeem Olajuwon? If you're starting a franchise,
Say it again. What you said?
would you guys take Steph over Hakeem?
What era?
No, I'm not. No,
I'm taking
Ooh.
Hakeem.
No, hold on.
Good
I'm
question. Good question. What era? That's a great question.
not-
Guess
hold
what?
on.
Forget what era. I'm still taking the dream.
I'm
You know
not
why?
taking. I'm not
Okay.
taking Curry.
Because the dream, right? Because the dream was score, rebound, and block shots.
Nah, I'm not
Listen,
doing that.
a point guard, it's hard. It's point guard. And let me tell you something about basketball. In every ghetto in America, is a guard under 6 feet that'll give you 30. Trust and believe, but they'll never see the NBA. In every ghetto, and you go check them yourself. In every ghetto is a guard that's under 6 feet that gonna give you 30. You see it all day long, but you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you ain't gonna see no big man 6'10",
You feel
6'11".
me? The game, you know,
With guard feet.
Cause my man Isaiah Thomas is a bucket maker, but he can't get a job.
Who's
Especially
the
the one that
IT?
the one that the NBA waited to 2-3 years later where his game got a little more decline to give him a shot.
Yeah, I don't. Hold on. So let me ask you a question, Don. You have Steph Curry in your top 10 greatest all time?
Hell no.
All right. All right.
No disrespect. You can make a case for him, but not for me. Not for me. I
No,
mean,
you ain't gonna play no D out ball, bro.
You see, that's the
hey, no, but Ice, we got to kill that narrative after this playoffs, man. He was really holding his own on defense.
Yo, wait a minute. Steph Curry was I had to tell Allball. You know Allball, I was talking about Steph Curry ain't have no pivotal game.
He didn't.
Steph Curry,
he did.
look, he must have heard him. He went out there and went crazy on Boston. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Shut him up. Hey,
Shut me up.
you know, like, well, Steph Curry's special.
Very,
Very
very
special. And when your team believe in you, like I said, I watched the game where Draymond will look everyone off when they do that screaming pick. And you nope. But Steph, a couple more minutes. Steph gonna find his way free. You know, like you said, he moves great without the ball.
Yo,
Steph gonna come
really
around
does.
in a minute. Oh, there goes Steph.
Well, hold on. You know what gets overlooked with Steph Curry? Not only his leadership,
Never stop moving.
him being smart enough to understand it's about winning.
Yeah, no, he doesn't care about his stats. He doesn't care about his
Right.
field goal percentage.
So it's not about
when
ego. It's not about having an attitude. It's not about wanting to be the man. It's about accepting the Kevin Durant over to understand we're gonna win. And I think Kevin Durant needs to take a page out of Steph Curry's book. As far as like, I don't care where he goes, but I'm just saying I think that gets overlooked with Steph Curry. That he knows how to win in life. He makes the right decisions, and it's like, yo,
Team player.
right, a team player,
I'll put
No
that
ego.
up there, man. That's one of my topics.
no
man.
ego.
Who's
Yo,
a better
man.
point guard, Steph Curry?
But see, that should be
People will
taken
hear
into account. when we talk about Kyrie Irving, man, Kyrie Irving seems like it's all about Kyrie Irving. Steph Curry, he had a shooting slump for like 2 months, and they were still winning games because he still just plays the right way, moves the ball. I like about Steph, he doesn't take too long with the ball. You know what I'm saying? He makes quick decisions.
Yeah. Listen, Steph Curry wins the war. Remember when they all laugh at him and they do all that? Now listen, shout out to my man Kid Dogs. He said this. If Steph Curry win another championship and gets another Finals MVP, does the LeBron James GOAT talk stop?
Well, LeBron James.
Okay. Man,
Hold on. No, because some people really think he's the GOAT. I think it's MJ. It's not even close to me, but hold on. I'm going to say this again.
That's going to move LeBron into fourth place.
If Steph Curry wins another ring, that's 5. If he gets another Finals MVP, shout out to Kid Dogs for this. Does the LeBron James GOAT talk stop?
LeBron James is moving to fourth place. He's already third.
It won't. Nah, it won't. I don't think it will, sadly. And I don't really know if I would consider if Steph wins another ring and a Finals MVP. God, that would be an amazing thing if he did that. I don't know if I would take him
in that top 10, man.
He would.
If he would,
I put him in mind. But like, you know, it's also about like who I'm taking out. Like that's the thing about me is like these players like the Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, like Tim Duncan, all them, they're so good. Like these players are all so good. Like
they play against real competition, Don.
You're splitting hairs, man.
You never touch a player. You can't handicap nobody nowadays, man. Like Michael Jordan changed the NBA. He made the bring the fragrant foul out, man.
Hold on,
I don't think the GOAT talk will stop. They're gonna keep talking about Bron, but it would be interesting though. It would be interesting to see if they're like, okay, now like right now, people really don't think that Steph's legacy is like they still think like LeBron is the man of the 2010s. But man, if Curry gets another ring, they're gonna be like, whose era is this? They're gonna say that, and that's gonna be fun conversation for sure. But I'm not trying to hear it because I want my team to win the championship.
I'm gonna, hey man, I root for the Clippers, man, for real, man. Like I know how it feels, man, to be
down with us,
be the
man.
one of the jokes, man. I know how it feels, my brother.
Hey man, and if it's up to me, like it's up to me, man. Just speaking as somebody who's in the history, you know, some people may give me shit for it, but the LeBron GOAT talk is just to me ridiculous in the first place. But you know, they gotta get ratings and all that. But,
right, it's all NBA is all on politics.
Okay, hold on.
They gotta get ratings. He's not a GOAT. He is an amazing. If you look at it on paper, you know, just looking at his accomplishments on paper, he absolutely has a case, but not for what I value.
Now, can I say something? Fabian can attest to this. I don't have, and I said this last year when I first got on social media. LeBron is not in my top 10.
Okay, that's harsh. I was gonna say top 5, maybe, but top 10 is really.
So hold on. All right, so hold on.
I want to hear it though. I'm always interested to hear people's opinions on these things.
All right, now you say he's in your top 5, right? So
no, I don't have a list yet. I'm still watching the film because like
okay.
No, but Dom Dropper watched the old.
Yeah, Dom is a.
I'm trying to watch. I'm only on the 70s, man. I haven't watched Larry Magic and Jordan like that yet, so I'm not gonna speak on it. But I'll tell you this though, just from the limited stuff I've watched, and the Kobe and LeBron are the 2 best players in my life to me. But MJ's better than them pretty comfortably to me. He just has like the best of both worlds with those 2. Like he's got the athleticism. He's got the nice like the LeBron legacy where he started on a kind of like a shitty franchise, but he built them up. He didn't leave though. He built them up, but he's also got that Mamba mentality and like the footwork, the skill, all that. He's got the best blend of their careers.
He really gets with Chicago, man. I'm like, come on, young man. Yes.
He might be the only player that has no flaws.
Oh.
He does. I mean, the only thing people say is that he wasn't a great 3-point shooter. I mean, that wasn't that relevant back then.
But who cares?
That's what I'm saying. I agree. Who cares? Like, nobody's forcing him to shoot threes. He can just take the ball in the mid post and go to work.
But back then, see, this is where I get upset. Back then, they didn't take threes.
I know.
So you can't say, yo, this person was a no. That was
because Nate Archibald.
Right now, right. Hold on, Uncle Wax, because I already know where you're going.
That's right.
See, today the game is the 3-point shot. Back then, that wasn't the game. So we wouldn't even know, they took them. But now these players is actually practicing 24/7 to shoot the 3.
Right.
Back then,
when they're young. When they're young, they be doing it. And people don't realize that Mike didn't even have a 3-point line in college or high school.
Listen here, Dom Dropper. The number 1 draft choice 4 years ago didn't have one. Zion don't shoot no jump shot. They never talk about it. Zion Williams, who just got $250 million, don't even shoot the tray or jump shot, and they never talk about it. It's about marketing.
Now let me ask you guys this.
So marketing his dunks.
Right.
The same way y'all say that the threes aren't like the threes weren't shot back then. Do you think we should be more lenient on players like a LeBron or Jason Tatum or these guys that don't post up as much? Because sometimes we'll be like, they got a smaller guy and they got to go post up. But you can say like, oh, posting up isn't as taught today as much. You think that's a fair excuse, or similar excuse, or do you think it's not the same?
That's dumb. That's dumb. Limiting their skills to their game.
I agree. That's what I think. I don't think it's because
they'll back you down and shoot that fadeaway jumper all day long. Make the game easier. It's easy to shoot an inside shot and outside, right? Look, two of the top players in the NBA. I'm just saying three. Three of the top players in the NBA don't shoot threes a lot. Jimmy Butler, DeRozan, Kawhi,
Giannis.
They ain't 3-point specialists.
I think
They get the job done,
the
man.
3-point game made a lot of players lazy.
They just.
I agree. No, man, to me, it's
Steph Curry, young short guy, very not athletic, not that fast. He can dribble, he can shoot this ball, and he's a good guy. Hey, let's market this guy. We're gonna market this 3-point jump shot. See when Trae Young came his first year trying to be a baby Steph, it wasn't working. Taking them on hold on. It wasn't working. Let me calm down and learn this game a little more and make some better shots.
Now you got to be done.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody shoots great.
Yeah. John, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna let you have the last word, man. What do you got to say?
My last word is I think the 3-point shot in the playoffs is just, it can be a little bit, I don't want to say fugazi, but it's like the last thing you want is your team. It's settling, as you said. It's settling. We've seen the formula that wins chips, man. Easy buckets, get to the foul line, mid-range. The 3-ball, when these guys get more physical, man, your legs go. And that's the biggest misconception about the Warriors to me. You look at the threes that they shot in 2018 versus what the Rockets were shooting. The Rockets saw James Harden pounding the ball, pass it at the last second. The Warriors all off movement. They also have better shooters, and they didn't take an excess amount. If they missed 5 in a row, they're not going to take 10 more in a row, which the Rockets did.
Right.
So to me, that's why I'm taking like that stuff in the playoffs. Like, I don't want Kawhi and Paul George fall in love with threes. That's why I like Jordan and Kobe, because they understood that.
Right.
So
quality shot.
That's my opinion on that.
Got you. Hey, man, we want to shout out everybody on Dom Dropper. You know,
Dom Droppers.
Appreciate you guys, man, as always.
Subscribe to his YouTube page, man. Follow him on Instagram. Yo, man, the young brother is doing real great things out there. LA big Clippers fan. Great content. Hey, man, we appreciate you. Anything you ever need from us, let us know. We got you, my brother.
God bless.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys, man.
Good, Dom. Hey, man, we had a great show today,
yes,
man. We appreciate everybody in the comments, everybody in the building. Once again, shout out to Ron Waterman, Damian Banner, a.k.a. Coach Dane, the West Sydney Wolves out there in West Sydney, Australia. Ooh. Like I said, man, shout out to them, Manhattanville, Grant, The Hill, Skrilla Hill,
Coach Hicks,
Wild West, Coach Hicks, Boss Man, Easy Out, everybody in the building. Shout out Dom Dropper. Yeah, man, great show today. Appreciate everybody. And hey,
appreciate all the fans. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank y'all for taking your time on tuning in and
make
sharing.
sure, because it's hot outside. It's a Friday, and we
appreciate y'all.
Man, so we really love and appreciate everybody.
Really do.
And Uncle Wax, let them know. At Ron Waterman, at Coach Damian Bell.
They're looking for coaches, man.
Looking for coaches, y'all. Y'all heard it here first.
You can move out America,
Uncle
man.
Ice.
You can go job in Australia.
Get a great living.
That's
and
awesome.
get you a job and help the youth. Come on, what
I like the game plan, man. Uncle Ice's mind is running.
Hey, man. See y'all next Friday. Hey, we got some nice ruppers. Ooh, baby, when y'all start seeing who is next week, listen, man. Just make shout, listen, they said the president. Shout out, man. Listen, man.
So our
cameraman / everything, man. Tells without him is not
possible. Fabian, he's on vacation.
Our editor's on vacation with wifey, the kids. Shout out to you, brother. Have a great time.
Yo,
man, this Allball.
Uncle Ice.
Hey, man, we love y'all. Y'all have a great weekend, man. See y'all next week.
That's right.
Subscribe to the YouTube page.
Please, we need you on
Allball
YouTube.
with Uncle Ice. Allball_1977.
Yes.
And I'm going to go get him his own YouTube page. Yeah. Listen, man. Let's support y'all. It's free. Listen, you type in Allball with Uncle Ice and stay ready to subscribe. You just hit it. That's all you got to do.
Tell a friend. We need y'all.
Support. Hey, man, we love everybody. Thanks for the support. We see y'all. Shout out Webstar, man, this week.
Webstar, thank you, buddy.
We should be in the building.
Oh, boy. Oh,
hey, man, we out. Peace.
Peace.